Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mark with Cinder Fitness, and we have another strength video today. This is 1G, and we are going to jump right into it after the description. All right, so after you've gotten your warm-up taken care of, we're going to go ahead and move right into the very first exercise. It is a forward to reverse lunge. And we're going to do it 3 times 10 for each side, and it's entirely up to you. If you do have available your buckets or your dumbbells or any type of weight that you can use, let's go ahead and use them. Otherwise, you can go ahead and perform this with body weight, and here we go. All right, so we take our step. Forward and back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make sure that knee stays behind the toe. 6, 7, 3 more on this leg. 8, 9, and 10. All right, no rest. Forward and back. 1, 2, 3, try not to overstride. 4, if you have to drag your foot back, like that. 5, you went too far. 6, 4 more, then we take a little break. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so once you have all 3 sets performed for those forward into reverse lunges, we're going to move on to our next exercise, and that is our side steps over the top, and we're either going to use a step or you're going to go ahead and you're actually going to hop over something if you don't have a step or a box or some sort of elevated platform that you can work with. Okay, so here's with the step, and we're going to do 1 set of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get into a deep squat. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. No step, no problem. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's actually 10, 6, that's 12, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now if you want to go ahead and do a couple extra sets, by all means go for it. Remember to go at your own pace and work what's going to work for you. All right, next one, lunge to hop. Now this can either be done with a step or without a step, all right? So we're doing 2 sets of 10 for each leg, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get right here. 1, 2, 3. Most of the work is here. There's some in the back. 4, 5, right, from the side. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, if you have an elevated platform or a step, here's what that looks like. 1, 2, 3. I'm staying right over the step. 4. I'm not jumping forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The trick is to have your foot in the middle of the step so that you don't overstep. We don't want to roll it, okay? Okay, so now on to my pyramid push-ups. I'm going to do one hand on the elevated platform or step. It could be a series of books that are underneath your hand. The other hand's going to be on the floor. I'm going to go side, center, side, and I'm going to hit 3 sets of 10 for this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's start on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can go ahead and you can repeat those actually 2 more times if you want. Your ADD is telling you need to be balanced. But if you're only going to do it 3 times, this is what I would suggest for you to do on your 3rd and final set. We're going to start in the middle, and we're just going to go off to one side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That way you can be as balanced as possible. All right, so if you don't have access to a step or an elevated platform, or if you don't wish to do the pyramid push-ups in that way, you can also do this on the floor. All you have to do is do a center push-up, a side push-up, a center push-up, and a side push-up. It's entirely up to you guys, but let's go ahead and make sure we get the work in. Okay, so now that we got our chest thoroughly worked out, we are going to go on to our back exercise. So with the pyramid push-up, what we're doing is we're focusing on one arm at a time and then both arms together. All right, for our alternating one arm to 2 arm bucket or dumbbell rows, same thing. We are going to be focusing on one arm, then the other arm, then both arms. We're going to do 2 sets of 10. And in each set, or each repetition, is going to comprise of 3 moves. So, here's what we got. Got my buckets here. Once again, each bucket here is loaded up with 20 pounds, so this is a 40-pound row. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. There's 1. 1, 2, 3. There's 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure I get full elevation, pulling back my shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Gets heavy real quick. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 3 more, guys. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, and that's 10. When we do this work, we're going to keep our abs tight, our back straight, the whole 9 yards. The profile position of this work is something that you all should be very familiar with. We're right here. Once again, neutral spine, keep my abs tight, and I'm low. Now, if my back starts to bother me, I can drop here. Now, with the buckets, of course, that is going to shorten the range of motion just a little bit, but trust me, you're still going to get your work in. 1, 2, 3, and 1. All right, now it's time to move on to a little bit of our bicep action, and we're going to use this band here, and we're going to perform some 21s. Now, you can either go with both hands on the band, and you step 1 foot onto it, or if you want a little bit more tension, you can go ahead and you can step, lay the band down, and step right here, and that way you give yourself a little bit more tension, right, by taking out some of the slack. So I'm going to do one arm just to show you. I'm going to step on there, and I'm going to do a hammer. So I'll pull back my shoulder blades, keep my abs tight, the whole 9 yards, right, nothing changes. All right, we're going to pull them back, and we're going to do just the top half for 7. All right, 1, 2, 3, splitting the move in half. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the bottom half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now the full range of motion. 1, 2. Notice how my upper arm does not come away from my body. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's go ahead and hit the other side. Taking up my slack, trying to get as much tension as close to what I had on the other arm. All right, one of these days. Okay, top half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bottom half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full range of motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. When you do this work, make sure that you give yourself any type of little additional adjustment within the range of motion or within the set. If you feel your top half is really working hard, but that bottom half is not quite activating as much as you'd like it to, in that particular range of motion, go ahead and take up more slack. Okay, so now 21s for our tricep. Like I said in the previous segment, if you feel in one of the range of motions that you're not getting enough work, go ahead and take up the slack. All right, so from right here, I know that that's probably not going to be enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take up a little bit of slack. All right, pull back the shoulder blades, abs tight, arm is stuck to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got excited on that first one. 1, 2, big lockout. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now full range of motion. 1, 2, don't swing it. 3, the trick is to make sure that you pause. 4, at the bottom. 5, 6, 7. Let's get the other side now. All right, pull back shoulder blades, abs tight, top half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bottom half. 1, 2, 3. Hammer position. 4 for the hand. 5, 6, 7. Full range of motion. All the way up, all the way down. 1, big squeeze at the bottom. 2, get a little pause in there. 3, that's going to ensure that that muscle is fully overloaded. 4, 5, and if you need more work, pause longer. 7. So that is our tricep and our bicep. Both were done in a hammer fashion so that we have balance with the move. Smallest muscle group. And we're going to do empty the can. So I have my band still. I'm going to step on it. And from this position, still keeping my grip, very similar to that hammer, I'm going to come up. Now I'm going to come up about 45 degrees. 45 degrees, right? And then I'm going to come back down. By having that thumbs down and that pinky up, we are hitting a little bit of the anterior deltoid, a little bit of the medial deltoid or the middle, but we're really focusing on that rear deltoid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's not about how far you go up, it's about how well you execute the move. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Stepping on my band, pulling back my shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I feel like I need more tension, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's talk about what those feet are doing. So I'm holding the band in my left hand. I'm going to lay it down on the floor. And with my right foot, I'm going to step on it. And make sure it doesn't slip. I'm going to step on it, put my other hand on my hip, pull back my shoulder blades, and then I lift. So once again, if I don't feel like I'm getting enough work, I'm going to take up some slack and then go right into it, okay? But that's the foot orientation. All right, biceps, we're done. 21s times 3. You did your tricep push down. You did those also 3 times. Each set was 21s. And then you did your empty the can, and that was 3 sets of 10 for each arm. So now that we got all the major muscle groups and some of the smaller muscle groups and the shoulders and everything taken care of, we got to go back into our favorite, the abs, right? Abs and you're done. So we're going to start off with some weighted side bends. Now, I'm going to use a dumbbell, but if you don't have one, remember, as always, the bucket or a brick or some sort of weight that you can go ahead and have a decent grasp with. All right, so come on over. Pick it up. We're not going to bend over and pick it up. We're going to be safe. We're going to pick up that weight. I'm going to place my hand right here where my abdomen, where my belly button is. I'm going to keep my feet kind of close together. Pull back the shoulder blades, and I'm going to drop. Now, when I come down, I'm pivoting right here. I'm going to feel a little bit of a stretch right here, and then I'm going to exhale. 1, 2, 3. Now, you could come all the way over. 4, but for today's workout, we're just doing the side. 5, 6, 7, and then slow it down a little bit more if you need to. 8, 9, and 10. In fact, I was probably going way too fast that first time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how my arm is not hanging all the way down. 5, 6, 7. Sorry about the fluctuating light, guys. 8. I'm going to be working on that. 9 and 10. All right, moving along. It now is time for the weighted standing trunk twist. Now, when I perform this move, I'm going to make sure that only my midsection is working, and that I'm not going to move the hips. For some people, it's really challenging to make those hips stay quiet, right? What I would recommend to you is get your upper glutes up against a wall, like in this position right here. Like, say here's a wall, and then put pressure here so that when you rotate, you don't move those hips. If you move the hips, you're not going to be as effective on working that core. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm right here just like this. Tailbone, tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're holding in a crunch position. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Still holding that crunch. Not standing normal. Hold that crunch, okay? When you do that, you are isolating all the various areas in your abdominal wall, your transverse, your internal, external obliques, your rectus abdominis, even your low back musculature, your erector spinae group is activating. The whole thing is coming together, and it's a great exercise to perform. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and hit the alternating knee pull-in to trunk twist. We're gonna hit this guy 3 times 10, and we're counting every single repetition. So I'm gonna get my position set up, elevate, hold in a crunch unless specified otherwise. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna pull, my knees in, my weight is on my right glute, and then once I get to the top, I'm gonna switch it and then kick out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you have to, you can place your hands underneath your butt to help support your back. But remember what we talked about earlier in the previous video, do not let your low back come away from the floor. By having your hands on your butt, it's supposed to help stabilize you a little bit better by making sure that you are not lifting the back. So if you're lifting the back, you could be hurting your back. Keep it flat. If you're going to use your hands, place them in such a way that your low back is on the floor, flat, right? 1, 2, 3. Also, if it bothers your back, 4, don't do the big hop. 5, just a little one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, our last exercise, and this is actually really for the small of our back, but it's great because it offers a counter move to all the spinal flexion we did earlier, and it helps strengthen your erector spinae group or your low back musculature. All right, so we're gonna do an alternating chest raise trunk twist. So here's how it works. We're here, I'm gonna anchor my left elbow down, I'm gonna lift. 1, and then the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, lift with control. 6, make sure you are pivoting on that elbow. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So a lot of people ask me, what, do my feet come up, do my feet come down? And honestly, if you can keep them down, that's great. If they come up just a little bit, just be aware that that elevation right here is gonna put a little bit of additional load on the small of the back. And if you're somebody who does have a small back problems from time to time, like myself, taking breaks, pushing into, moving into a child's pose to decompress the spine is always an option whenever it starts to get a little cranky. Hey guys, so that wraps it up. This is Strength1g. And even though it's a strength workout, as you know, it's full body cardio and core. It's hitting everything. Every video is a little bit different, and every activation is going to focus on something a little bit different. But all these exercises, all this content is geared towards working with individuals who may not have a lot of equipment at their disposal. It's great to come in, it's great to be a part of the community, but when we can't, we have to maintain our fitness as best as possible. That's what these videos are for. You can find all my videos at cinderfitness.com. Do leave me a message in the comments below, or if you want, you can contact me, Mark, at cinderfitness.com. Please like and subscribe, share. Make sure that you activate the notifications so that you get alerted when the next video comes up. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you.